everyone. Changing times require changing mindset. So here we are in this time of pandemic in our first ever digital meetup from Salesforce community of Publicis Sapient. Publicis Sapient is platinum consulting partner of Salesforce. We have a lot of expertise in this ecosystem. So this community event is all about sharing our knowledge and expertise with you. I'm Richa. I've been working with Sapient as Senior Technology Specialist. I'm a programming enthusiast with more than 11 years of industry experience. Apart from job, I like to do gardening and yoga. I'm glad that today we have very esteemed panelists with us. Now introducing Rakesh, Engineering Lead Salesforce Practice. Rakesh has been working with Sapient from past 15 years and has more than 21 years of industry experience. His expertise in Salesforce cross-cloud, e-commerce and marketing technology will be certainly valuable for us in this session. Apart from job and work, his interest areas are metaphysics, spirituality, cooking, and yoga. Now introducing Chandra, who has been associated with Sapient from past 12 years and has more than 20 years of industry experience. Chandra is presently working in Salesforce Core COE lead role. He has delivered many large-scale multi-cloud Salesforce engagements. Apart from work, he is passionate about gardening and badminton. Now introducing Ashu, who has been associated with Sapient from more than 19 years with more than 23 years of industry experience. He is working as Commerce Cloud COE lead. He has led multiple engagements in Commerce Cloud with product engineering mindset. Apart from work, he is passionate about home gardening. Finally, introducing Alok, who is working as Salesforce Core Technology COE lead. He has more than 13 years of industry experience. We have a glimpse of his expertise in enterprise architecture and engineering best practices in the session itself. Apart from work, Alok is interested in astronomy, video game development. So this session is going to be interactive. So please log into this www.menti.com and use the code 625617. I will be sharing same in the chat box. Rakesh will be talking about Publicis Sapient and our Salesforce COE. Chandra will be giving an overview of product engineering webinar series. What, how, and why your product engineering will be talked by Ashu and Alok. Then we will have a panel discussion to discuss our challenges and opportunities with respect to a developer or a product engineer in Salesforce ecosystem, followed by a Q&A. So handing over to Rakesh to give an introduction of Publicis Sapient and our Salesforce COE.
Okay, thank you, Richa, and welcome the community. This is perhaps the first time we are opening up and talking about our expertise and what we have been doing, and it's an opportunity to share our learning and experience what we have in the industry with the community. So we are excited. We have created a plan, and Chandra will talk about how we will be running this as a series, and this will help the community to share knowledge and become more expert in this domain. So my name is Rakesh. I worked as part of the Salesforce practice of Publicis Sapient, and I was one of the person who has started Salesforce Commerce Cloud, actually Demandware in Publicis Sapient in 2009, perhaps the first thing in the Asia. Just to give a quick brief of the Publicis Sapient. Publicis is one of the largest marketing company, having a multiple different marketing agencies and worldwide. Publicis Sapient actually is the core technical engineering arm of Publicis Group. We are around 20,000 plus people spread across the world. We have 50 plus offices throughout the world, where diversified technologists, actually core technologists, work closely with Publicis Group marketing team. And our position in the market is more about doing digital business transformation for the large and medium enterprises, where we actually do product engineering from core. Asu will talk about more detail about what is the product engineering, how and why this can be implemented. Since we have been pioneer in this industry, particularly doing the digital business transformation, and primarily from technology side, we have been more focused on product engineering. We feel it's our obligation to share our learning with the community, and that's where we have invited you, and we'll continue sharing our learning throughout this series of events. So our clients, some of the clients that you can see here highlighted, we work in multiple domains. We work in financial domain, we work in e-commerce, retail, different verticals of business we work. Samsung, or you can see UPS, Marriott, Unilever, Citibank, the Marks and Spencers. There are many clients we have where we have done the end-to-end digital transformation, and these clients are not just based on our project that we do and deliver project, but our relationship with these clients are more deep, and that actually goes throughout the years and multi-year engagements we have. Since we focus on not just doing a project, but we focus on their transformation and building the product for them so that they can be successful, our relationship has been quite deep and close with the clients there. The workplace, what we have, you can see that we have got several recognitions recently, like Sapient, Publicis Sapient is known for the best place for working mothers, for working dads. We have been doing a lot of humanitarian ground works in the industry as well. And it's kind of fun working with Publicis Sapient. It's around 15 years I have been here. Before Sapient, I was part of the government organization, and then I joined here, and kind of it become my house now. So it's a fun working with Sapient, and learning and growing and getting challenged from each side so that you can grow yourself well. So that's about Publicis Sapient, but we are here to talk about more specific to Salesforce. We are the platinum partner of Salesforce, and we feel proud about our existence in Salesforce ecosystem. We have been working in Salesforce system since long, and our expertise in Salesforce system, especially like I personally started my journey in Salesforce in 2009. Started with Demandware, so-called that time Demandware, and now it's part of the core Salesforce implementation, Salesforce ecosystem. Similarly, we have a different verticals, people working in Salesforce, and we are spread across. So our capability is not just sitting in India or just in US, but we have a capability spread across each geography. And it's not just that the one vertical is big, or one vertical or one platform or one technology is big. It's about distributed based on the expertise we have in different platforms. So you see there, the practice what we have is combined together a one Salesforce practice where we work together on all platforms, learn from each other, and become the more cross-cloud platforms. Personally, I have been learning a lot more about, go back to the previous slide. Yeah. So personally, I've been learning a lot more about this platform from last 10 years, on different segment, and especially in last 5-6 years, once Demandware got acquired by Salesforce. It's my personal experience to learn a lot more from the different colleagues from different segment and different platforms. Like I have learned a lot more from Chandra and Alok while working on different platforms, though my core has been the Commerce Cloud, but now I can feel and you can build the application and go to look at complete cross-cloud solution and build there. So the culture, what we have internally is, particularly Salesforce ecosystem, is about, we have SME, we have a verticals where people are really expert in those, but it's not that we are keeping isolated in each segment and deliver it, because ultimately our business is about doing the business, digital business transformation. And when we go to the client expect us to solve their problem and not just talk about a platform and a technology. And therefore our culture in the Salesforce practice ecosystem is about learning from each other, becoming and developing the craft about building a complete end-to-end solution, following the product engineering mindset, and then delivering a complete customer experience to the client and the client customers. So if you look at the expertise, there's a lot of credential, and we are proud of having our credential on the App Exchange. If you look at our customer rating on App Exchange, we have been rated always kind of around 5 rating, and we are number one on the App Exchange, the contribution what we have added into the Salesforce ecosystem. Our methodologies, like so far, we have delivered 1,500 plus Salesforce engagement, and most of those engagements were not tiny or specific to a one particular problem or project solving, but it is about going through entire customer journey, solving the problem, and building that product through the product engineering mindset. We have developed 100 plus accelerators. If you look at, if you can check that on the App Exchange, our accelerators has been rated highest in the industry, and it is not about just a one platform. We have built accelerators in Commerce Cloud. We have built accelerator in Marketing Cloud. We have built accelerators in Sales and Service Cloud. We have been working on multiple aspects right now on Einstein and deeper into the new offerings of Salesforce's CMS and OMS as well. Our approach of adopting Salesforce technology is not that we are late adopter. We always adopt technology in the very earliest stage. Once Salesforce start rolling out the technology, we start adapt and partner with them to build and create that entire solution there. So one of the example I can talk about at the moment, we are one of the best contributor into the Salesforce new offering of the API in Commerce Cloud, or when Salesforce is thinking about what is going to be the future of SaaS industry or Salesforce about building and bridging the gap between the SaaS and the actual core technology, and when they are thinking about going to offer software as an API, we are partnering with them, innovating together and building those things together with them. We have been primarily focused on these days. We have been primarily focused on the more hardcore technologies like APIs, and the AI has been our one forte where we have been talking and discussing and building some of the solutions which will definitely define the future for us as well as for the industry as well as the Salesforce. We have expertise in CDP, and we have delivered several CDP solutions in the industry so far. So there's a lot more to talk about this. And you will hear about us throughout this series. Today, Ashu will talk about more, and Alok will talk about and give an example how we have been doing this. But there is a lot more will be coming in coming series and coming sessions, which Chandra is going to talk about. So Chandra, over to you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, we're really proud of working on the Salesforce platform, so I think we can go on talking about it. Great. So, hey, myself Chandra. See, I'll introduce the product engineering topic to you folks, and then Ashu can take over from there. So basically, most of us, right, we typically tend to settle for good in our day-to-day lives, and then try to scale the great. We don't spend enough time in trying to achieve greatness, right? So what we feel is, when you apply this context into a software engineering, template, you'll end up seeing that product engineering and then the methodology of product engineering, that's the one that will help you scale that gap between good and great. So what we'll do today is, we will talk more on the product engineering mindset, and then, as I said, we will dive in deeper into the upcoming, in our upcoming sessions on this particular topic more and more. So, Richa, let's go on to the next one. So before we start, right? So what we would like to know is, what is that one word that comes to you when you talk about when you think about product engineering? So what we'll do is we will put together this poll, and all of you are requested to put in that one word that comes to your mind when you think of product engineering.
So looks like there is only one or few responses. So people have to go to menti.com, open the browser on your mobile or on your desktop, whichever system you are on, type menti.com, and you will be prompted to enter a code. The code is displayed on the screen, 625617. The moment you enter that code, a question will be displayed, the same question which is there on the screen. So just answer that question and submit.
These are good one, guys. This transformation, we're seeing transformation there. There's ideation, user-centric design, product delivery, user experience, great design, implementing an idea. Sure. Meet requirements, customer satisfaction. That's a great point. Troubleshooting. That's interesting. Designing, problem solving, customer satisfaction. Yeah, that's very important.
Needs to be the topmost.
Yeah.
Looks like the moment we said that that's a great one, everyone caught that.
Yeah, we're seeing some wonderful, keywords here.
Yeah.
Developing a device. Okay. Real problem solving. Cool. All right.
Everything is right. There is nothing that is a wrong answer. So everyone has their own perspective of what they understand, and we'll try to put them into context. Yeah. Of today's session.
Right. So there are about 35 responses that we've got right now. And then the core of it, I think people are getting it perfectly right. The core of it is customer satisfaction. End of the day, I think the intent is to ensure that the customer's, requirement is met. Innovation, cool. Build a project. Okay. Revenue generation. All right.
We can probably
move on now. Yeah, this is a great point, guys. Thanks everyone for that participation. And I think the core out here that's coming out very clearly is customer satisfaction, right? And then let's get into a little deeper into this one. That's great. Thanks everyone for the participation, right? Richa, if you can just share that screen back.
Sure.
So look at so COVID is a I would say a great example of challenges, right? Challenges that is thrown to individuals. So if you look at all the organizations today, right? It's got to a point where it is survival of the fittest. That's the place where we are in right now. Organizations, those are nimble, and then those that can quickly adapt to change is the ones that are trying to survive these days, right? You can look at a few examples. I'm sure most of you have heard about CureFit, right? CureFit is an organization that was primarily into fitness, and as soon as they realized that with COVID their business would be impacted, they quickly got into grocery delivery, right? Which is a totally different business line, right? And then you look at various airlines, right? Those were passenger airlines. Now they could quickly adopt to doing cargo, and that was a great example of how a massive big organization or an enterprise could change their business scenario, business strategy very quickly. Now, to do all of those, right, you need to have that sort of a mindset where you can quickly adopt to a change, right? And then that sort of a mindset will come in only if you have a certain process in place, a certain thought process or a methodology in place. And that we believe, when you contextualize it to enterprise solutions or enterprise problems, right? That we believe is product engineering methodology is an answer to that, right? And if you really want to apply and then do that mindset shift, right? There are three key pillars to this, right? One is your people, right? And then you have technology, and then the process. So for a large enterprise to be nimble, right? I think these are three key things that becomes super important, right? If you look at people, what is very important is to make sure that our people are upskilling consistently and they are fungible enough, right? When I say fungible, it basically means is my UI person just working on UI, or can he do my server side coding, database or cloud and things like that, right? And do the people or do they have the right balance of breadth versus depth? Because it's not very a single line sort of a skill set that is there today. It's a matrix that is there today. It's not even T, right? So it's a matrix that is out there. And then when it comes to technology, right, you need to have the right strategy, right? Is my platform cloud ready? Have I made the right build versus buy decisions? Have I adopted to open source wherever necessary? What is my automation strategy? What is my maturity when it comes to automation? And then when it comes to process, you know, there are core things that is super important, right? You'll have to ensure that there is the right enterprise governance there. Are you using safe versus agile, right? Do you have the right maturity when it comes to DevOps? And then, you know, do I have the right KPI metrics to achieve all of these things, right? So Richa, move on to the next slide. So with all of these, right, what is, you know, if I, you know, when I talk to various very senior stakeholders in the industry, various industries, right, you know, I try to understand what keeps them awake, you know, in the night, right? What are they worried about, right? So, you know, and then when you contextualize this, right, you'll figure out, right, they're worried about, you know, the speed, a speed at which I can deliver my software or a feature to the end customer, right? The release to market becomes very, very important, right? And then the value, am I delivering the right value to my customers, right? That is very important. And then the quality is also very important, right? So, you know, it's useless if I just deliver something to the client which doesn't have the right quality, right? So the quality is also important. And at the end, you know, or probably first or throughout the process, right, people happiness index is also something that is very important, right? So people happiness index would mean, you know, both the end customers and as well as people who are actually, you know, working with you within the organization, right? So all of these are very, very important, right? And then this is what makes the process of the mindset shift really smoother, right? And then these are the key metrics that you would really want to measure during the entire process, right? Now when I talk about organizations, right, that are nimble, if you look at what Salesforce has been doing over the last, you know, couple of years at least, you know, they've made sure that, you know, they're democratizing the entire platform, right? They're no more just a CRM. You know, I would like to quote 3 very specific examples, right? The fact that, you know, LWC came into picture, right, where you know, they've opened up the entire DOM to a developer, right? Or the fact that they've acquired MuleSoft, you know, where you can connect anything to anything within an enterprise, right? Or the fact that they've come out with Heroku, right? So that, you know, you can scale both horizontally and vertically, and then, you know, you can also make your Salesforce data available to your bespoke systems outside on Heroku, right? So Salesforce is doing the right things to make sure that, you know, all the other enterprises which are leveraging Salesforce, right, become as nimble as they can with the help of all the product features, right? With all this, you know, what we're trying to do today is Ashu will dig in much more deeper into this one, where we talk about, you know, the key driving factors for you know, for product engineering, and Alok will talk more on how can I make that shift from whatever we are today to ensuring that we apply all our learnings using the Salesforce platform. So what we have is an exciting lineup of you know, sessions that we come out with, right? As I said, today's session will be more about introducing the concept of product engineering and then Salesforce as such. Now, what we want to do in the month of August is where we will dig in deep, where we talk about enterprise architecture and patterns within Salesforce. This is one session that I'm super excited about. And then we want to talk about, you know, how do I turn my ideas to products in the ISV technology, where it, you know, it requires a whole different rigor for you to be able to take one of your products to App Exchange, right? There are tons of things that Salesforce wants you to ensure, you know, while you get there, right? And then, you know, you have we are looking at how do we build the next gen e-commerce product using Salesforce ecosystem, right? So these are all very exciting sessions that we have. So, you know, we will talk more on this in the upcoming sessions.